cross over to our reporters from various states. We are now joined by Manu Bharat, who is with us live with us from Kannur. Manu, essentially tell us, what was the evidence that was mounting against the PFI in your state?
Yeah, the police was conducting massive raids across the state of Kerala, and they found that these PFI workers had contacts with forces outside the country that was trying to derail the nation's progress. Here in Kannur, yesterday, 2 persons were arrested in connection with the Hartal violence, and they found that one of them was associated with a person who was earlier arrested on the IS Valapattanam case, the infamous IS Valapattanam case, which is where in 2017 people were recruited from Kannur to Syria for carrying out Islamic activities for creating Islamic nation and Islamic terrorism. So these the few people who were transported from Kannur via Turkey to Syria were detained by the officials there in Turkey, and they were deported back to Kannur. So on that day, police conducted a massive inquiry and found that through social media there had been a process here in Kannur to recruit people from Kannur to the Islamic terror activities conducted throughout the world. So the recent arrest of Siad, one fellow who has been involved with the violence activities during the Hartal days, seems to have links with these people who have been arrested, and one of them is his brother. So police have been conducting raids to track the financial sources of these people who are involved in violence. We have the instances of petrol bomb being hurled at people who are returning from work. Petrol bomb were being used against the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh office in Matanur. So earlier police found that police was of the feeling that it was some sporadic incidents of violence, but later very soon they could find out that this was not a single incident, but was something that is planned, was properly planned and executed from orders from higher ups. So there was some massive raids yesterday, and the arrest is going on. More than 178 people are being arrested from various places. More than 1,000 are detained. And these financial sources is one thing that has shocked the state, because all these outfits are getting financial assistance from outside. Many laptops and phones have been seized, and the state government is to make an assessment of what amount of money is being pumped in from external forces for the operation of these anti-national organizations in the state of Kerala. Anyway, the Popular Front was not handled in the way it was expected to by the state government earlier, but now this time they have really gone tough on the activities of Popular Front, because earlier there was a much lenience. There were allegations that they were treated more leniently by the left government, but now the members of the CPIM has clearly come forward and stated that these Popular Front activists are anti-nationals, and they are recruiting agencies for Islamic terror organizations, and a strict action has to be taken against them. But by and large, the state government and the ruling front was of the opinion that any sort of banning would not essentially help to curb the activities of such organizations, because the ideology remains the same. We have the example of a former organization initiated by Madani,
okay,
which was of the same which was of the same pattern. It was called ISS, and it was banned. It was the ISS started as a activity.
All right, Manu Bharat, very important points. I want you to stay with us, because I also want to cross back to our editor Arnima to get us more details. Now, Arnima, essentially, why do you think it took so long for this ban to come about? All right, we seem to have lost that connection. We'll try to reestablish that. I will cross back over to our correspondent from Bengaluru, Ritu. Ritu, essentially, in the latest searches, did anything new emerge about terror links to the PFI?
So not just recent times, but every time there have been a communal violence across the Karnataka, police had often said that they have the solid evidence to show that the accused has the suspected links with the PFI and the SDPI organization. So we have seen this during Praveen Nataru murder case as well, during Shimoga, during the Shimoga clash as well, and as well in the hijab. That was very massive that we had seen people coming on camera and talking about it. So we have seen the things happening on camera, in fact. So the police had also often reiterated saying that they have solid evidence to say that all these accusers in all the different cases had suspected links with the PFI kind of an organization. But wherein you also see the ADGP Alok Kumar, Law and Order ADGP, also said that this organization were taking up activities in such a manner without being fearful about what is taking place in the country. But yes, that's what he also stated, saying that it seems like there is no law and order in the state itself. So that's the kind of a manner that a PFI organization had taken up their activities across Karnataka, because running in a run up to an election, this would really be a problematic thing for the state government as well as for the police, because in just couple of months, and we had seen in a month at least one such incident taking place in the Karnataka. So with all this happening, the state government had often taken all the incidents very seriously. CM Basuraj Bommai promised the people in the coastal belt as well when he visited the family members of the Praveen Nataru, saying that he will ensure that such incidents do not take place in the future, and all the required steps against this kind of an organization will be taken up. So Home Minister too said the same during the Shimoga clash, and every time that had happened, when there has been a communal violences across Karnataka, he too had said that the state government is very strict about it. They are also mounting pressure on the central government to take this step very seriously, and the remedy at the earliest, because that's the need of the time right now in the and run up to an election. Those incidents were becoming very normal, where in every 1 month there was one or the other incident that was taking place. And all such incidents, again, there were suspected links to the PFI organization and SDPI organization, or for that matter, CFI organization.
All right.